Yo, Euclid, glad to have you. What? You want to talk to me? When class is in session, we tend to be on our best behavior, but our best still isn't that good. Welcome to the academy. Thanks for answering my question earlier. Looking for Nimona. She got called to the staff room just now. Now move around the school. Try checking out places on the map where you see that someone might be hanging around. Perhaps you'll discover something. Now choose a location and start exploring. Wow, there is going to be a lot of areas here, isn't there? I want to stay where I am and go back to my seat. I saw it say something about... Nope. Oh yeah, I guess we'll go to the cafeteria. I saw it say there was a biology lesson available, but I don't know how to actually do that biology lesson. In Power of Regions, Weasel says hi. I've heard that in other regions, people like to eat rice covered in a stuff called curry. Have you ever had curry before? Me personally, no. In-game, yes. Fruit makes a delicious addition to sandwiches, you know. Sandwiches you make together taste even better when you eat them together. Hey there, Arvin. Oh, hey, so meet again. You remember me, right? I'm so tempted to say that. Yeah, exactly. Just my little know-it-all buddy. Got a mind like a steel trap, eh? No need to tell me your name. Rurik, right? Oh, school seems to be talking about you. The new kid who showed up with the president of the student council. I normally wouldn't even bother showing up for class, but I came all the way to school today just to talk with you, a new celebrity. You gotta help me out so I can finally make my dream a reality. What's the stream first? Well, your interest, have I? You want to hear all about my dream, right? Well, this might come as a surprise, but fact is, I'm all about that picnic life. The great outdoors, perfectly prepared sandwiches, all of it. Not half bad at cooking either, I can tell you. Right now, I'm researching new recipes that will help Pokemon feel better. Feel health food, you see. I found this book the other day, and it has a section about these Herba Mystica things. Basically, there's some kind of special herbs that help any Pokemon as soon as it eats them. Now, there are a total of 5 different types of Herba Mystica based on what I need. Red, just taking a little liquor of them once they've been powdered will get your blood flowing, promise. No, blood flowing, provide nutrients, prevent aging, or even boost the immune system. These herbs seem like they're the real deal, only found here in Paldea, and rare to boot. But this book says they're all guarded by Titan Pokemon, meaning it's going to be pretty tough to try to grab even a few sprigs. Because, see, Titans are... Well, I think they've got to be things like this. Monsters of Area Zero. As we descended further into Area Zero, we began to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokemon. We wondered if these compact cruel beasts were indeed Pokemon at all. One of our team suffered a brutal blow from such a Pokemon and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat for a time. A member of the survey team captured this photograph by chance, and noticed a passing resemblance to the Pokemon known as Donphan. Yet differences such as its texture and the way it moves suggest it is biologically separate, to say nothing of its treads of iron. I really want to get those herbs for myself, but I'm not very good at Pokemon battles. I don't have any friends with strong Pokemon to lend me a hand either. I'd never hear the end of it if I went crawling to that student council girl. But here you waltz up. You gotta help me out with this. You'd be perfect. No. Nope. Wait, I don't need an answer yet. I'll just register the places where it seems there might be Titans in your map app for you. I didn't agree to this. Stop taking out your phone. Titan's lairs have been added to the map app. And we've unlocked the Path of Legends. Which is not the path we will be starting. Let us chew a bit and we can get more into the details later. In the meantime, take this, a little gift for listening and all. Stardust, basically merchant product. Give the idea some serious thought, please. I'm gonna have a good meal and get some meal powers. Maybe that'll help my grades. Pretty sure it won't. I haven't even had first and I already won seconds. No age limit is correct, except, you know, that goes both ways. Hope your studies are doing okay. What do you have today? None of that, because that is all too expensive for me. But honestly, if I was to get any of it, it would be none of it. Maybe the 5 alarm sandwich. Not any of the rest. Personally, not for whatever I'd get out of it. What do you get when you mix a Rotom with a microwave? When Rotom enters the microwave, it turns into heat Rotom. I heard it even changes type. Becomes a fire type? I've been told there are Pokemon that camouflage themselves as fruit. Yep, that is true. Applin is one of them. Rototo. This is Rurik, correct? I hacked your smartphone so I could talk to you. I hope you don't mind. What do you mean, hacked? Well, as far as you're concerned, it means I'm basically in control of your phone right now. My name's Cassiopeia. But never mind that. It's you I want to talk about. I hear you're a trainer with serious potential. If that description is accurate, there's something I'd like to ask of you. Tell me, Rurik, you know about Team Star, right? Yes. Great. I appreciate you being upfront here. Team Star is a group of troublemakers formed by some academy students a while back. They cause headaches for the school and try to bring other students down to their level. And I refuse to sit idly by and let them get away with it. So I've come up with a plan to bring down Team Star and force them to disband for good. I call it Operation Starfall. But I'll need allies to carry out this operation. I'd like you to be one of them. No. No need to reply right this second. We can discuss the details some other time. Till then, I'll leave you to it. Bye. Master Rurik. Please, do try to keep your voice down if you're making calls within the school, won't you? I'll be more careful. You don't want anyone else overhearing any personal information after all. Honestly, there are so many things we need to be careful about in this day and age. On you go then, young man. Team Star, you say? It takes me all the way back down here. You know you can get a lot of battle tips from Miss Time's math class too. I feel like I can grow stronger if I sign up for battle studies. I really like language class. It doesn't have much to do with Pokemon though. It's the Violet book, Mysterious Purple Tome. Do you want to read it? Which section would you like to read? The Great Crater of Paldea. Photograph from the survey team's point of ingress to the crater, which is visible in the background. Luck favored us with fine weather, making for a smooth outset. The clouds obscured the crater's distant depths, where the treasure of legend is said to lie. Now, onward and downward. Within the Great Crater of Paldea lies the mysterious Area Zero, a place home to such landscapes, such plants, such life, and such Pokemon as we have never seen. It is inhospitable to human life, and as such I suspect something altogether unknown to human sleeps in its depths. Photograph of a spot where the survey team rested on day 2 of the expedition. A strange symbol described in the ground. Were they left by explorers in the time of the Chaldean Empire? Could they be older still? Regardless, they seem as if they must hold some meaning. The ledges form a spiral down the inner walls of the Zero, offering a path of descent. Vegetation and sources of water are here as well. Legends tell that precious stones or wondrous fruits have long slept in Area Zero's depths, protected by some mineral guardian. Sketches by a survey team member. Surprisingly, the Pokemon species we observed in the upper strata of Zero seem little different from those seen outside the crater. Now and then we heard unfamiliar cries from the lower strata. As we descended further... Yep, that's one we've already read from Marvin. There is a lot here. Area Zero was home to wondrous herbs that instantly impart vigor and evil. We dubbed them Herba Mystica and attempted to grow some in the areas around Paldea. However, before we could harvest the hope of our Pokemon, which in turn grew large and strong, we call these Titan Pokemon. During our descent into Area Zero, we came across a buried metal plate inside with a strange symbol. We attempted to shave off a piece of the plate, but failed to leave even a scratch. Even determining the nature of the metal seems beyond modern science. We know not why the inscription was made, let alone how. Countless days into our descent, we reached at last the very depths of the Great Crater. There we found a cave with formations of gemstones shining brilliant, blindingly bright as far as we could see. Perhaps that strange light itself is the guardian set to watch over the treasure deep within the crater. The drawing of a fantastical Pokemon as envisioned by our sketch artists. The compactness and cruelty of the strange Pokemon that dwell in Area Zero's lower regions tickled the artist's imagination, prompting the sketch of what other species that inhabit these depths may look like. Brilliant. During our exploration of Area Zero's depths, I, Heath, strayed from the team and was later found unconscious. When awoken, I could only recall speaking with someone in an unfamiliar place, as if in a dream. I was found holding the page shown here. The handwriting is my own, but I have no memory of writing this. The author, Heath, pictured with the director of UVA Academy. The Academy's generous funding made the Area Zero expedition possible. The data gathered shared with the Academy helps all aid in the institution's research, but for future generations of scholars and scientists. Heath, author of the Violet Book, shown here was partner Cyclozar. A natural historian as well as a writer, he was chosen for the Area Zero expedition, and this account upon returning from the Great Crater of Paldea. Cyclozar aided the expedition as well by bearing the team's luggage and equipment. A something Pokemon, I'm guessing Risk? While separated from the research team in the crater's depths, I found a strange entity. Whether it was a Pokemon, or even alive at all, I know not. It bore a something with layers of overlapping hexagons. I don't know what that one's meant to be. And gleamed brighter still than, or glowed brighter still than gemstone. Tailed as a whole, I'm not sure what that was meant to be either. Mysterious, brilliant disc. Where do you want to go? Nowhere for now. Now that I'm down here, I'm exploring. There's a book entitled Academy Rules and Regulations. Students shall wear their Academy-provided uniforms at all times. Hairstyle is left to students' discretion. Students should behave properly and strive not to inconvenience others. During their independent studies, students may travel freely throughout the Paldea region. However, the Great Crater of Paldea is strictly off limits due to safety reasons. That's a much smaller one. Which one is it? So between a super potion and a hyper potion, which one heals your Pokemon more? Hyper? Pretty sure it's hyper. So many questions. There are so many questions that the teacher learned my name on the first day. I mean, good for you for having questions and wanting to learn, but maybe not the best thing to be proud of. There's a book entitled Student Registry, if you want to read it. This thick book holds a thorough record of the Academy students and when they attended. Wait, what's this? Some of the recent pages have passed one out so you can't read them. Team Star, I assume. Okay, that's that half done. There's more books than I could read in a lifetime. Boy, am I ever glad I came to this school. There's a book entitled Types and Moves 2. You can read it. Nope, I know my types and moves. That particular part of training. I swear, our culture is such a weird magazine. It's just full of utter nonsense. That's a lot of Pachyrisa. Types and Moves 1. Nope. Hey Doey. Fido, rather. There's a book about the Herbo Mystery. I know there is, but where could it be? Over there, verbal book. Back on the other side. It's a book entitled The UVA Academy School Songs. You want to read it? Yep, sure. Over Grand Massacrosa stands our dear UVA, where we enter as seeds and leave in fruition. Our minds wide as the crater for wise educators, filled with individual spirit and future ambition. Teach us well, O grapes of Paldea. There's she getting from it. STEM track. There's this girl named Penny in the STEM track. She's smart and really good with machines. I heard she started coming to school again. Reading out loud from your textbook gets your ears and mouth in on the learning. That's one way to think about it. Bug types eat grass, that's why they're strong against grass types. If you say so. Okay, so. Oh, there is even more to explore up here. Okay. There's a magazine entitled Paldean Sports Monthly if you want to read it. Sure. Sub-Zero Shredder has done it again. World's second-ranked snowboarder put on a clinic at the Montenevera Cup, claiming his 6th straight win in Paldea's major competitions. No one's been able to snatch that crown yet. If you think you've got what it takes, come take me on, this ice-cold athlete declared from the winner's podium. You could just feel his rivals steal their resolve. We'll see how things unfold in 2 weeks at the Glaciator Mountain Cup. I want to learn. I joined the school because I want to learn about Pokemon, but now I'm getting interested in the STEM track too. Magazine entitled Sweet Truth, do you want to read it? This tasty pastry wonder is undergoing a popularity sugar rush. It's got lines out the door all day long. Patisserie Soapberry, located in Portondo, Olive Central, at the foot of a very large tree. The heart of it all is Katie, the proprietor, who inherited the shop from family and keeps his ovens hard at work. Soapberry's bug-type Pokemon theme is on full display in its pastry lineup. They're a treat to see and to eat. I'm pretty good at Pokemon battles, but I have trouble studying. Can you help me prep for our next exam? I'm really good at my studies, but Pokemon battles are another story. Do you think you can help me become stronger? Look at that, working together. Pachirisu! Not who I wanted though. These Pachirisu are helping me get books I can't reach. Are they really? There's a magazine entitled The Musician's Register if you want to read it. 4 decades into her career, Grime, the MC of Rip, who slows and said to bring the dead to their feet, maintains her huge following in a rap legend status. The theme of death pervades her work, and not just because her bar's slave. When Ryan was in her teens, her dear puppy Pokemon passed away, and she poured her grief into a song. When she sang it, her partner came back to her as a ghost Pokemon. In that moment, the rapper we know today was born. Creepy. I'm from a small town called Alphanada. There's so many people here at the school. There's a magazine entitled Oh Culture. It's a July issue. Do you want to read it? An article caught your eye. Enigmas of Paldea, file number 7. Iron Jugulius, Pokemon or machine. This flying life form bearing a resemblance to Hydreigon has been seen in a certain corner of Paldea. It's reported to have raised an entire building with a high energy blast and flown off as if to find its next objective. Iron Jugulius is theorized to be some sort of machine Hydreigon hybrid, as it combines the former's ruthlessness with the latter's ferocity. It takes its name from a similarly described entity in the file. Okay, no, I can't go all the way. So, probably can from this. Right? Oh. I don't think I've ever seen a school where the entrance was also to the library. There's a book entitled Charcadet's Adventures. You want to read it? Charcadet, the fire child Pokemon. May have been little, but did that stop it from being a mighty hero? Not one bit. When a mean Gengar came along to play tricks and scare people, Charcadet stood tall. Rah! Yeah! He cried. But soon, brave little Charcadet got bound up tight in Gengar's long tongue. How could the fire child Pokemon get out of this mess? Just as things started to grow hazy before Charcadet's eyes, the sound of a voice came. 2 paths lie before you, young Charcadet, it said. Choose between these 2 sets of armor and assume a new form so you can defeat Gengar. And sure enough, 2 sets of armor appeared before Charcadet, to be continued. So there is a particular Pokemon that looks a lot like a Mega Man character, whose evolution differs based on the quest you do, and that quest I believe is a one-time only thing per game, so you can get one of the types. One is a fire type, I don't remember what the other one is. An article caught your eye. Enigmas of Paldea, file number 10, Iron Bundle, an ancient civilization's robot. The mysterious file of the book makes reference to a being called Iron Bundle. It was said to look like Delibird and possessed a spherical apparatus from which it would fly huge blasts of ice to propel itself from snowy lands. Plenty of theories about it have been floated. A leading one suggests it is a product of a long-gone civilization, a notion supported by ancient writings that describe the design and usage of machines resembling Iron Bundle. Another culture. Enigmas of Paldea, file number 9. Iron Treads, an alien weapon. In one arid corner of Paldea, there have been reports of a mysterious life form. It's said to resemble a Donphan at first glance, albeit one that can abruptly assume spherical shape and launch with a swift rolling attack. Rumors say this being is some kind of weapon using technology not of this world, but no one can say for sure. Apparently it's called Iron Treads after the name of a strange being that was written about it. No, I can't view those. Camera, please. What are you doing to me? There's a book entitled Fine Foods from Far Away. Do you want to read it? Have you chanced upon pewter crunchies? Labeled signature dish of the Kanto region's pewter city. These snacks' rugged, brown appearance makes them almost rock-like at first glance. Indeed, pewter crunchies were inspired by the rock-type Pokemon for which the pewter gym is renowned. Fortunately, their forbiddingly tough appearance and surprisingly thin flavor has kept them from retaining true popularity. So what you're telling me is that Brock is not good at marketing. There's a book entitled Galar, a history if you want to read it. We made for the town of Stoonside, which sits tucked away in the mountains. Study an ancient mural painted upon a wall of rock. But our plans, the mural itself was shattered by an attack from a... So canonically then, Pokemon Violet and Pokemon... well, maybe not Pokemon Scarlet, but presumed that Pokemon Scarlet take place in the future of Sword and Shield. Because this is an event that happened in Sword and Shield. And so it's written by someone that was while we were there. Question of how long, we don't know. But behind the mural, what should we find but a pair of Pokemon statues? One bearing a sword, the other a shield. These statues, older than any artifact we've yet discovered, calling into question everything we knew about the legendary hero. Yeah, if you want to know more about that, I have a finished series. It is a bunch of VODs rather than cut up episodes, but it's there for you. Knuckle caught your eye. Enigmas of Paldea, File 8, Iron Moth, a UFO sent to spy on humankind? The name Iron Moth was borrowed from that of a flying object described in the era-defining Violet Ball. It was said to resemble Volcarona and would descend from the skies, following people around and occasionally even attacking them. Some point to Iron Moth's aggression is a sign that it is, in fact, a UFO source being controlled by alien life. Perhaps something out there is using Iron Moth to observe us, waiting for the moment to mount an invasion. Aha! There's one hidden here. Of people and Pokemon. Far in the past, humankind and Pokemon lived in mutual fear of one another. But some humans who loved and appreciated Pokemon made an effort to bridge this divide, and gradually the two sides grew closer and found harmony. What more for? How to become a champion. For Pokemon trainers who are out to grow stronger and wiser, there's no higher calling than becoming a champion. To reach that lofty rank, you must pass the test administered at Paldea's official Pokemon League headquarters. In Paldea, anyone, and in fact a number of people, can become a champion, regardless of factors like age. That means you can too, as long as you've got the strength and wisdom to set a leaderly example for fellow trainers. The path to becoming a champion lies in the Pokemon gyms throughout Paldea. Once you've defeated the 8 gym leaders in battle and earned their gym badges, we look forward to your knock on the Pokemon League's door. There's a book entitled Appreciating Sunflora. In Artisan, a town alive with flowers and artwork, there's a special and abiding love for the sun Pokemon Sunflora, whose sunny floral figure and bright smile never fail to warm the heart. Denizens of Artisan have long revered nature, the subject of much art made in the town, and the nurturing sun. Sunflora embodies qualities of both, which is why the town has a tradition of gathering and caring for these Pokemon. There's a book entitled Festivals of Paldea. Do you want to read it? Paldean town of Kotondo, widely known for its olive production, is also home to the peculiar Olive Harvest Festival. Participants try to usher in a plentiful olive harvest by rolling large balls that resemble olives into the goal. It's said that the more olive balls that are rolled to the goal, the more abundant next year's crop. All comers, including tourists, are welcome to join the olive roll. So reader, do give it a try yourself if you're in town for the festival. And it's another culture! Enigmas of Paldea, file number 6, Iron Thorns. A Tyranitar of the distant future? A strange being called Iron Thorns has been sighted in a certain cave in Paldea. This being bears a strong resemblance to Tyranitar, but apparently it displays great cool-headedness and prefers to avoid unnecessary fights. It appears to be highly intelligent, clad in metallic armor, causing some to speculate that it may be a Tyranitar as here a billion years ago. Its name comes from a similarly described entity that appears in the Violet. And the last book, Art the Scenic Route. This month we're taking the scenic route over to Artisan to see the surrendering Sunflora by Brassius, the verdant virtuoso. This humble columnist wonders if ever a work has so aptly captured ennui and languor as this. Ennui and languor as this installation. The sculptures are every bit as surreal as the title, prompting great minds to debate just what has sent the sun for in the state of surrender. But through the meaning of though the meaning may elude us, the reader is urged to visit artists and see for themselves. Woo! That was a lot of books, but we are done with the library.